Yeah. So, like I was saying, you know, you just want to be smart. You know what I'm saying? You want to be smart. You want to use your brain. You know, use your common sense. You know what I mean? Just use basically um basically gonna use common sense. And you know then you can reap the rewards of your hard work, simply because you know when you're investing, it's not like you're just guessing or wishing or just you know um you know hoping. There's some it's like strategy. You know what I mean? You have to come up with your own blueprint, your plan, with an objective to win, and then apply it. And in terms of applying your plan, is basically you make an investment, you have a plan to make money with that investment. And of course, when I say um, you're prepared to go to zero, or you're prepared to lose it all, I'm not really saying you're prepared to lose it all, but you're in the play knowing that that's a possibility. Just like when you're at the casino, you know that's a possibility. So the money you're gambling with is money that you can afford to lose. Not like you're prepared to lose it, but if you did, you can afford it. It's like you're not spending your gas money for the ride back home. You're not spending the money in your pocket that you need to feed your kids, or that kids always want something, so you're going to need to buy something. So you're not going to spend your money that you need to actually buy things with. Like I said, I've never seen anybody ask the casino for the money back. Well, what I'm saying is yeah, you try and get your money back because you go back to the table and you gamble some more. But the reality is that that's your choice you're making. You're not going to the actual establishment trying to say, hey, give me my money. Because the reality is that it's your choice, and it's your win or your loss. So just like the market is, it's my casino. It's like organized gambling, basically. You know what I mean? Racketeering. Anything can go on in those arenas that's behind the scenes, and you would never know. Just like the world abroad today, unless they tell you or show you, you don't know. So you have to formulate and figure your own strategy for winning. Once you've figured some type of strategy for winning and you apply it and it seems to work, then you ride with it. But reality's terms, what goes up must come down at some point, regardless to how tight your blueprint or strategy is. No matter how tight your game is in terms of you being a trader or a gambler, you have to know when to hold them and when to fold them. Meaning, there's a time to play and stay, and there's a time to get up, and get out. You know what I mean? So when I say the house always wins, because of your self-defeatist mentality of, oh, I lost a couple pennies, but I'll get it back. And you're gambling with money that you weren't prepared to lose, that you couldn't afford to lose. So that's why you lose. But if you're going in knowing that there's a possibility that whatever denomination of money that you're gambling with or investing, that you could lose it all, then it makes the investment that much more solid, because it takes that part of the initial worry out of the game, which then allows you to focus on the actual game, play a better game, and win. When the play goes up, that means you're making money. Just like when your chip stack goes up, that means you're making money. If you're stubborn and hard-headed and, on a pipe dream, thinking that, oh, I'm at the casino for a day or for a weekend or for a week and I'm going to make $2 trillion, you're going home broke. But if you're there to have fun, and you're just having fun at the same time, making wise investments or wise choices or wise decisions when gambling, then generally speaking, you're not playing their game, you're playing your game. And when when the stakes of the game change, you know what to do. You're not hesitant because you already had a plan, so you know what to do. It's like, hey, the stakes are changing here. I lost, one too many hands in a row here. It's time for me to take a break. It's time for me to cool off. So with the stock market, in regards, when I say you lost one too many hands, that's because the play dipped one too many times. And that's why I say that if you're unsure or you're trying to mitigate risk, then you're going to use your trailing stop loss, or you're going to set a stop loss. And therefore, that way, even if you lose money, you don't lose all of your investment, and you can live to fight another day. That's basically what life is about. Life doesn't happen in one day. It's a journey. It's a mission. It's trials and tribulations. It's ups and downs. It's struggles and it's triumphs. And basically, if you don't self-sabotage yourself being greedy and thinking about pipe dreams, and you think about reality and what's rational, then who knows, you might hit the lottery. You might hit the jackpot, because basically the jackpot is in the atmosphere. It's in the universe. It's not guaranteed. It's not promised. But if you're focused as well as structured, meaning you're content with your being, you're content with your pocketbook, you're content with where you're at, regardless to what happens, things generally come your way because you're not, searching for them. You're not dependent on them. And that's, the key thing. You have to be independent for yourself. You have to place yourself in a position to where you're maintaining, no matter how you do it, and maintaining could be, a homeless person who has to panhandle every day to eat, but that's keeping that individual alive. They're maintaining. Whereas with average individuals, they have to pay the rent and pay the water bill and the electric bill and the cable bill and the cell phone bills and all these other bills, but you have to pay the bills to maintain, to sustain. And so in the market, in order to sustain and maintain, you have to make wise moves, execute your exits decisively, so that you can basically maintain your finances, maintain your money, because if you're not frugal in those instances, then that's when you hear people saying, oh, I went broke, or I lost almost all my money. There's no reason you should ever lose all or even almost all, because you can set a trailing stop at 1%, like I do. I set it between 1% and 5%. It just depends on the play. You know, with the big play that we're in right now, if I was swinging it right now, I'm not swinging nothing. Okay, day swing nothing. Okay, not now, because that part of the journey for me is over. But if I was, I would set my limits, and that's the point. You know, you don't have to go broke. You don't have to take a loss. You know, meaning if you set a 1% trailing stop loss and you set it after you entered the play, and the play goes down, you still retain your initial investment. If you set a stop loss or a trailing stop loss, then you can come back tomorrow with the opportunity to make some more money. So, in a long story short type of deal here, just to sum it up, when I'm investing, I invest in the market, and I already know that what I put in, I'm not going to get back. But I don't play it on a self-sabotage note. I don't play it like I'm not going to get it back. I play it like I'm not going to lose it. And the way to do that is to mitigate the risk and use the tools available in the market. So, therefore, you can actually make a profit again. So, when you make your moves in the market, just be smart. And no, you don't have to listen to me, of course. And you don't have to use the tools of the market, especially if your intuition is on point and you're making moves that are creating success for you. Then your blueprint works for you. And that's the moral of the story, is you have to find what works for you. You have to have your own trading plan, your own blueprint. You have to make your own investments. And like I said, the trend is your friend. Yeah, people invest in 1,000,001 different things. I'm in this, I'm in that. You're in this, you're in that. Sometimes people are in the same thing. Just so happens, we came together as a hedge fund, and now we figured it out. And because of that fact, we're all about to get paid. Well, just remember that the objective of the house is to entice you just enough to keep you coming back so that they can take all your money. So, use your brain, use common sense. Don't get the wool pulled over your eyes. Get your money.